Sahir Galt here, and in this installment of the Complete Guide to Chords, we explore the suspended chords. To build these, we start with a shell outline of a root and a perfect fifth, 1 and 5. In the middle of this shell, we add a perfect fourth from the root, giving us root 4, 5, creating what's called a suspended 4 or sus4 chord. And if you like, you can think of the 4 as having been suspended up from its customary position in the major triad as 3. And this is actually a common way to hear the sus4 chord used. The 4 will resolve down by semitone to the 3, the sensation of anticipatory tension releasing into a feeling of peace. And in fact, the term suspension comes from the counterpoint, where notes would be prepared, placed in a state of suspension, and then resolved in this way. And while the desire to resolve suspensions is still a viable force in the modern era, our ears are well accustomed to the open, anticipatory quality of the suspended chord itself, and it can be used for that alone. It needn't actually resolve. Now, the sus4 isn't the only suspended chord you can build. Starting again with the root 5th shell, you can add a major 2nd from the root, giving root 2, 5. And as you might imagine, this is called the suspended 2 or sus2 chord. And like the sus4, the suspended 2 is happy to resolve toward the 3, but it likewise can be used simply for its buoyant, hopeful color and needn't necessarily be resolved. Now, you might be noticing that the sus2 and the sus4 have a similar character. There's a good reason for that. Imagine you have the notes D, G, and A. You've got that root 5th shell between D and A, and G is a perfect fourth up from the root. So that's D sus4. If I reorder those same notes to G, A, D, well, this way it's plain to see the root 5th shell between G and D, and the A is a major 2nd up from the root. Well, this is a G sus2. No wonder sus2 and sus4 sound so similar. The same notes can be either chord, and which you're dealing with is one part a matter of inversion and voicing. Concepts we'll zoom deeper into in another video, but effectively have to do with the arrangement of the notes in the chord, and one part how the chord itself is used in the composition. Okay, now that you know how to build 3-note suspended chords, let's talk about the common 7th chord variations you're likely to come across. If you have a dominant 7th chord, root 3, 5, flat 7, we can suspend the 3rd up to 4, creating a dominant 7 sus4 chord. Or we can move the 3rd of the dominant 7th down to 2, giving us dominant 7 sus2. Similarly, beginning with a major 7th, root 3, 5, 7, suspending the 3rd up to 4 gives major 7 sus4. Down to 2 yields major 7 sus2. Okay, any questions on suspended chords? Ask in the comments. That's all for now. Make sure you subscribe so you catch my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Sahir Galt. I'll see you next time.